Good morning, Purium people. This is David Litt. I'm in charge of sales and marketing for the company. Thanks so much for joining me here this morning. I'm going to talk about some of my favorite quotes here today. Before we get rolling, I'll let the call load up just for a second. And thanks for joining me. So it is December 5th. It is day 9 of my transformation. Having a good experience, and hope all of you either have done, are doing, or planning on doing a transformation here to kick off 2018. And as you come on, just let me know who you are and that you're on. Appreciate it, and we'll get rolling in a second. And thanks so much for joining here this morning. It's going to be an interesting little Facebook Live. Good morning, Laura. I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite quotes. Hi, Jennifer. Always good to surround yourself with people smarter than you. So I got Michelangelo and Henry Ford and Robert Kiyosaki and a handful of other smart people that I'm going to be sharing their thoughts and their wisdom, and hopefully give you an idea or two, different way to look at things, think about things. So good morning, good morning. Glad that you are on the line. We're going to get started here in just a second. Is that Nohalani? Welcome. Thanks so much for joining. Appreciate it. And I just made a post on this page requesting that if you have any training subjects, any topics that you'd like to cover or you'd like me to cover tomorrow, happy to do that. So, always want to make sure that the content is relevant and that covering things that are most important for you. So trying to bounce back and forth. Yesterday we did fundraising, which was pretty practical, pretty topical, and now doing something a little bigger picture. So again, please either on this video or in the other post that I just made, please make your comments as to what you'd like to hear, what you'd like to see, what you'd like to learn, and I'll see if I can help you with that. So anyway, as I said, it's always great to surround yourself with people that are smarter than you, that are better than you, and so I'm bringing in Henry Ford and bringing in Robert Kiyosaki and bringing in a bunch of smart people to share their wisdom. Amy Venner Hamdy does a lot with quotes. She loves to grab some quotes and pull that into her conference calls and her training, so I'm going to take a page out of her book as well. So I think it's always good to open up your mind, look at things a little different way. And sometimes just a couple of sentences can really have you look at the world a different way. And that's the first quote that I want to start with is from Michelangelo, and he said, "The danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but it is too low and we achieve it." So I think that's a really important concept. Is that one of the beautiful things about Purium and about network marketing is the idea of freedom, and the idea that ultimately you can have true passive residual income, that you can have what you want out of life. So you have really two choices. One choice is to contract your life down to what your income is, contract your life down to what your health is, contract your life down to all of those limitations that you currently have, or you can expand your health, you can expand your wealth, you can expand your life to a place in which you can get more and have more. But first you got to believe it, first you got to want it, first you got to ask yourself the question, why not me? And so ask that question to yourself, why not me? Why can't I have more? I don't care if I'm 22, 52, 82, there's still life left in you, opportunity tomorrow. 365 days, 365 opportunities to be awesome. So aim higher. If you've always done what you've always done, you'll always have what you'll always have. So that's a Henry Ford quote. So if you want more, if you desire more, if you think that you deserve more, if you can imagine life in a bigger way, then you're probably going to have to do something different. That, if you continue to do the same activities, whether it's in your Purium business or in the rest of your life, if you want to be a better mom, you got to go and do something a little different. If you want to, have more in your life, if you want to have better health, you're going to have to do something different. I'm on day 9 of my transformation, and it's important, that every once in a while that I put health back at the top of my priority list. So if you do what you always do, you're going to have what you always have. Great quote by Henry Ford. Without a sense of urgency, desire loses its value. That's a Jim Rohn quote. Jim Rohn, one of the wisest self-development and personal trainers out there ever. He's not alive anymore, but he says, without a sense of urgency, desire loses its value. So we have this idea, we want to expand our life, we want to do something more, we're, want to shoot higher, we're ready to make some changes, and then suddenly we fall back into that trap. We get, onto the couch and we're watching YouTube and we're searching through Facebook, just messing around, not doing something with purpose. Suddenly we hear somebody in our ear talking about, all that is negative and all that is wrong and all that, and then suddenly you're back to where you were. So, make sure that if you have a desire, that you take action, that you have a sense of urgency. This is one of my favorite quotes. It comes from Robert Kiyosaki. He says, the poor, the unhappy, and the unhealthy are the people who use the word tomorrow the most. So the poor, the unhappy, and the unhealthy are the people who use the word tomorrow the most. So basically, procrastination is really your enemy. So aim high, think bigger, have a bigger desire, then have the urgency to not use tomorrow as the excuse. So just like you need to say and ask yourself the question, why not me? You need to ask yourself the question, why not now? Why not today? Why can't I make that phone call today? Why can't I make those 5 phone calls today? Why can't I make those 25 phone calls today? Why can't I do what I need to do to change the trajectory of my life, to change the trajectory of my health, to change the trajectory of my relationships? So whatever it is that you're looking to do, urgency is important, and procrastination is your enemy. Now, as far as how to do things, if you can't describe what you're doing as a process, you don't know what you're doing. So that's from the great management consultant Edward Demings. If you can't describe what you're doing as a process, you don't know what you're doing. So once we take action, we want to have a plan, and then we want to put that plan into place, and we want to be systematic about it. That's one of the things that's really important about business, often that is misunderstood. So you have this great balance between passion, you want to do something with urgency, you want to do something with excitement, you have this big why, you want to make your life bigger, and then yet you still have to be systematic about how you're contacting people, how you're communicating with people, once you enroll them, how you're getting them started, what you're asking them to do, how you're following up with them. So all those things are important, and so try to systematize your business and balance that passion and urgency with that kind of management and systemization. The next one is a great quote from Ralph Nader. He says, the function of leadership is not to produce more followers, it's to produce more leaders. So once we have our urgency, we have our desire, we're thinking big, we're making things happen, we're being systematic, we're bringing people into our business. In this business, more than any other business, it's not about creating followers. It's not just about selling product or creating customers. It's not just about bringing in brand partners and having them, do what you do. It's helping them to become an entrepreneur, helping them to share their gifts, helping them to see the bigger picture so that they can be the most that they can be and they can live their more fulfilled life. And if you create a culture in which people are coming in and they're getting this tremendous value, you're helping to evolve and grow leaders, then you have something that's really adding value, beyond probably what the dollars and cents show. So create that culture, create leaders, not just followers. Last 2 quotes are 2 of my favorites, and it has to do a little bit with hard work. The first one is from a gentleman named Morris Adler, and it's, our prayers are answered not when we're given what we ask for, but when we're challenged to be what we can be. So our prayers are not answered, or they're answered not when we're given what we ask for, but when we're challenged to be what we can be. So that happens a lot. We have this prayer, whether down on our knees or just in our head, in which we say, I wish I had, I wish I had, I wish I had, I wish I had, I wish I had. And the reality is that it's the growth that you enjoy, becoming better, overcoming those challenges, where your life really changes. So getting new things, certainly cool, but growing and being a bigger and a better person, even more important. And the last quote that I want to share with you here this morning, success occurs when your dreams get bigger than your excuses. Success occurs when your dreams get bigger than your excuses. So dream big, aim high, create some urgency, be systematized, have some leaders and help them to grow. and enjoy the process. Be proud of yourself as you move through it. Continue to have that sense of urgency. Success occurs when your dreams get bigger than your excuses. You can make excuses, you can make money, but you can't make both, as my friend Forrest says. So I love that one too. So, get inspired by some of these ideas, and then learn from people who are smarter than you, whether it's through quotes or whether it's just through other activities. Find a mentor in Purium, go online, learn. I've been learning some magic tricks. We got Crown Trip coming up this week. I learned a couple of new magic tricks. It's on YouTube. We live in this amazing world in which, if you want to get better, if you want to learn something new, if you want to be bigger in your life, you can do it. It's really easy to do, and it's easy not to do. So, enjoy the process and keep getting better, and hopefully some of these quotes helped you to inspire you on your day today. So why not me? Why not today? And let me know what you want to learn about tomorrow. Either comment in the section below here, or I did put another post up on this page asking you if you've got a specific subject you'd like me to cover. So happy to cover nuts and bolts stuff, back office stuff, kind of ABC tool stuff, or happy to cover a little bit more philosophy. Tomorrow will probably be my last Facebook Live for about a week as I'm going off to Crown Trip, but looking forward to having a good, productive training tomorrow. So thanks, everybody. Catch you tomorrow.